Are live. Welcome to my video. This is going to be my thoughts on The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 11, I Ain't a Judas. The episode is rated TVMA, so will this video be. And like all other videos I've done on the show, absolutely love this episode. There will be spoilers for it and the ones leading up to it. And yeah, might have to talk fast and not be able to cover absolutely everything on account of my back pain. Don't know what's going on with that thing these days. Yeah, gonna try to cover absolutely everything that I especially want to. If there's something I didn't cover, feel free to ask in the comments down below. Yeah, really appreciate that we're seeing consequences to Rick, you know, not being willing to let somebody else lead. Even Carl is calling on him to do it now. And this was very much the episode of Rick, you know, turning and walking away, ugly pants and hands in pockets. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, even Herschel calls him out on it and says, you know, don't walk away. Let's see. Yeah, loved the conversation between Michonne, yet again, you know, a woman of few words, but they're very well selected. You know, as Merle tries to clear the air, and, you know, he says, I was just following orders, and she's like, I've been at the mercy of men just following orders. And, let's see. Yeah, more great stuff between Carol and Daryl. Never, ever unhappy about seeing that. Yeah, some really great stuff with Andrea this episode. Her, you know, trying to figure out who, you know, yeah, how to best resolve this with as little violence as possible. And yeah, the fact that they don't really trust her, you know, she seemed to choose the governor in Woodbury over them, and, you know, she has had a history of... I love how complex these characters and their relationships are. She kept choosing Shane over Rick. You know, that's... Yeah, Rick has not forgotten that. He can be kind of a Rickhead sometimes. But I do think there's some justification here. Right, another way we're seeing the consequences of him not, you know, again, we understand his grief, but he really needed to step down. Yeah, you know, he alienated the Hole in the Wall gang, and now they're like, oh yeah, we'll draw you a map, we will get guns, no worries, you know. And the governor didn't even have to, like, manipulate them or anything. He was just like, oh, the prison, yeah, that's the same guy I'm going after, you know, just like, yeah. He's the Machiavelli on both of his shoulders really was like, oh, okay, don't know why I got out of bed this morning, okay. But yeah, Andrea, you know, this thing of, yeah, she's understandably frustrated that she wasn't told about, you know, he said no retaliation, and here we are. And of course the governor wasn't going to tell her before, because if she realized that was the plan, you know, for one thing, she would have tried to stop it, and even if she couldn't have, she might have gone around telling, you know, the Woodburyans, you know, what he was doing and pointing out how bad of an idea it is. I think that, yeah, some really great stuff once she's, yeah, I love the little deer in headlights thing when it's just her, Milton, and then the Hole in the Wall gang. It's like, funny story. I know how this looks, you know, just, yeah. Let's see. And, yeah, and you know, Rick's survivors trying to poke holes in her story. Like, oh, I didn't even know you were in Woodbury until the shootout. That was days ago, you know, just like, yeah. And, yeah, you know, she asks where Shane is, which, like, she didn't know that he lied about Randall, you know, but that is still, that's not making her look trustworthy, especially to Rick. And I really appreciate Michonne telling her, you know, not keeping it from her anymore. That, yeah, she wasn't keeping it from her up until this point, but now she tells her, now that she has a chance to, about Merle being set to kill Michonne. Let's see, and yeah, and obviously also the fact that they know, let's see, I think it was Merle who told them, oh yeah, she's been having, Andrea's been having sex with the governor, that makes them not trust her so much. And I think that, yeah, the discussion about, let's see, trying to figure out whether to stay or not. And let's see. Andrea trying to figure out, we gotta get Rick and the governor to talk, and just these various. Yeah, I really appreciate that they're thinking about these things, not just jumping into action. And holy crap, Carol being like, oh yeah, you just gotta, and that's apparently, let's see, according to IMDb trivia, that's like a. Let's see, the Book of Judith. So, yeah, let's see. Okay, some of these words I do not know how to pronounce, but some of this is like Catholic. Yeah, it's some versions of the Bible have this story that Carol is. I was also thinking, I mean, there's historical precedent for these kinds of things, but this is apparently a direct quote from the Bible. Yeah, that. Or wait, was it a direct quote? Or no, yeah, essentially the story. Yeah. Let's see. So there are female spies who, killed someone important as a, yeah. Right, the thing about, Milton says, oh, this is a betrayal, and it's one of those things of like, well, if you genuinely believe that it's better than, like, if you're loyal to a fault, then isn't it better to break loyalty? She's not like saying, I'm gonna destroy Woodbury. She's saying, I don't want these people to kill each other. And let's see, I think that does more or less. Yeah. Also in a show that is generally quite well shot, I think this is the best filmed episode so far. When they're talking about, oh yeah, we patched up all the holes, nobody can get in or out, and then she turns her back, and it's in the background as Andrea is pointing out, this is becoming a fortress. We have child soldiers, all these. Yeah, love when the visuals back up the dialogue like that, and when you've got a great set like that. On location, whatever. Gotta use it. And there's this one part where Michonne's face is right in the foreground, some of the others, and off in the background. Let's see, just so many fantastic camera angles in this episode. And let's see, and the governor's like, well, let's bring the ones with arthritis, let's bring the asthmatic kid, all these things. It's just like, and in response to, oh yeah, I have asthma, I had a BB gun, it was taken away. This time you'll get a real gun. Quality leadership there, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, just really looking forward to seeing how the following, really, really tense, really great setup for future episodes. Right, and I did also quite like, at the start of the episode, when Rick is, he's, surveying the area through his powerful binoculars. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of rewatching Hello, Hello.